Okay, so how I feel about Cultish by Amanda Montell. It's a very good book, but it has a very significant problem, and I can't recommend it without talking about that. So, I am Daniella, scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. I grew up in a cult called the Children of God, and when I was on my own process of figuring this all out, I read Cultish by Amanda Montell, and it is a great book. It's definitely like an easy, friendly pop psychology introduction to cult studies and how cults use language. However, she decided to only platform problematic cult apologist scholars, Eileen Barker being the queen among them, who say that brainwashing doesn't exist. This is a thing that came out of the 80s and 90s, the cult wars, when Americans were pushing for laws against coercive control and freedom from religion. And American religious leaders, specifically evangelicals, decided that if that happened, they would lose power and control as well. So they went to a bunch of religious academics and got them to say that the word cult was bad and we shouldn't listen to cult survivors. And oh yeah, the man Gordon Melton, who coined the term New Religious Movement, took $100,000 from the Children of God religious pedo cult to say that they weren't a cult, which was used to give the children back to the pedo cult in 4 different nations. Okay, brainwashing does exist. This was very confusing to me when she platformed this. She only chose to quote this one scholar and then 2 women who helped to plan Jonestown. And when she was called out on it, she kind of went, whoops, my badsies, I didn't know this topic well enough. And I'm sorry, you write one of the most popular books on cults, you're expected to know this topic, and also really should have addressed it, considering how her next book was a New York Times bestseller, and she's big, huge, popular on social media, and as far as I know, she's just never addressed this wrong, sort of harmful thing that she has put out. So that's kind of my issue. However, Cultish is a very good book and I want people to read it. I've quoted it in Culting of America. In fact, Culting of America is kind of very similar to Cultish. So Cultish, she says, I'm going to show you how cults use language, and then I'm going to show you that in the rest of the world around you. In Culting of America, I'm going to show you how cults use all these kinds of group behavior, including language. And then I'm going to show it to you in the military, and then I'm going to show it to you in the world around you. Culting of America comes out January 20th. Pre-sales open August 5th, so stay tuned. I'm Daniella. I study cults, scholars, and bad guys. I wrote a book called Uncultured. It's about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and then going into the cult of the U.S. Army. And you can get signed copies either attached here or at the links in my bios of my other accounts or on Spotify Premium.